Hello, welcome to Pub Football. Miles and Jimmy here to take you through all the action that is coming up this weekend in the Premier League. Do it whilst we're having a beer. Huge talking points this week. One in particular, Poch out, Mourinho in at Tottenham Hotspur. We'll get into that very shortly. First, let's run through the games over the weekend. West Ham, Spurs is the early kickoff on Saturday tomorrow, 12:30. Then you go into Arsenal, Southampton as the first 3 o'clock kickoff. Bournemouth, Wolves, Brighton, Leicester. Crystal Palace, Liverpool, Everton, Norwich, Watford, Burnley being the last 3 o'clock kickoff. Or they're all at the same time, if I'm honest. Just alphabetical order, isn't it? And at 5:30 on Saturday afternoon, Manchester City are hosting Chelsea in probably the biggest game of the weekend.
Is it?
Would have been if the Mourinho thing hadn't happened. At the Etihad Stadium. On Sunday, Sheffield United are hosting Man United at 4:30. And Monday Night Football is back at 8 o'clock when Aston Villa will be hosting Newcastle. Right. First game up. West Ham against Tottenham at the London Stadium.
We'll start with West Ham.
No. Let's go straight into it. Mauricio Pochettino sacked by Tottenham this week. Was it on Tuesday or
Wednesday night, wasn't it?
Yeah, and Jose Mourinho has been announced on Thursday. Quite simply put, as a Tottenham Hotspur fan, I'm not happy with how it went down. But a change needed to be made. Something needed to change at the club. And we've got a very good manager
as well.
Yeah, I thought it was weird.
Dodgy one.
I thought it was weird, but it was right after the international break. I don't know if they didn't want to upset players' rhythms when they were away, or
just think if you knew you were going to probably sack him off slightly, you would have gone, right, let's do it right at the start of the international break.
Well, then maybe it was the final knockings of getting Mourinho in had happened, because apparently they'd approached his agent after the Watford draw. One with Watford, it's about a month ago, 3 weeks ago. Yeah, that's when they first started to approach, hoping that Pochettino could turn it round. But quite simply put, Tottenham's domestic form over the last year in 2019 has been absolutely abysmal.
Yeah, we look at it pretty much from maybe sort of a week or 2 weeks ago. I know Pochettino was under a bit of pressure, but we could have probably thought about 4 or 5 managers who probably would have gone before him.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of a surprise.
It is.
I was surprised when I heard it on the radio. I was a bit like, what?
Yeah.
But I think you've got an absolute blinder of a manager.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely fuming as an Arsenal fan as well.
Well, the thing is, I really like Mauricio Pochettino. Love him. I think he's a great manager. I think he is a club legend. What he's done for Tottenham Hotspur is absolutely fantastic. I don't like the way it went down with him being sacked mid-season. However, sometimes football is no one person's bigger than the club. So the club is what should go first. And this season, it's been really bad. The football's been bad, and everyone coming in saying, "Oh, we're not going to play exciting football under Jose Mourinho." Have you been watching this year at all? In 2019, we haven't played good football, and we're losing games. No. I don't mind us not playing the best style of football and winning 1-0.
No, I think firstly you give Pochettino a lot of credit when he first came into the club, and look where you are now.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't care that you haven't won anything. The absolute progression you've made is unbelievable.
Well, to be able to secure a manager like Jose Mourinho shows you where you wouldn't have 5 years ago. You say Mourinho to Spurs, you go absolutely not.
Yeah, and you look at the stadium, you look at the fact there are really good young players coming through as well. Yeah. The infrastructure's there at Spurs, which fair play to, and that's mainly down to Poch.
It is.
And I know you didn't win anything, but the progression, especially last year, fair play to you. Yeah, and he'll go on to bigger and better things.
He's going to go to Bayern. I believe he'll go to Bayern.
I would hold out.
I know they want him now.
I would hold out.
He won't go to Arsenal. He won't go to Arsenal.
No,
people saying he's going to go to Arsenal,
I think
he's a very loyal man.
Yeah.
He's loyal to Espanyol. That's why he won't go to Barcelona. I don't think he'll go to Arsenal because he is still Spurs. You saw the message he left on the note.
100%.
On the in the changing room. He's a Spurs man now. And I could see him managing other clubs in the Premier League, yes.
I think he'll be Madrid manager by February. I can see it. I reckon he might hold out and go, do you know what, it's going to come. So that will be out the door soon. But yeah, look at what you got in, and you've got a born winner.
Yeah.
That's exactly what Spurs need.
I think we'll win the FA Cup this season.
Agreed. He might only be there for 2-3 seasons, but you will win something. Yeah. And that's what you need to do.
Yeah, well, he said the next season the Premier League is the goal. We can win the Premier League.
It'll be incredibly interesting to see what he does, because he's not renowned for bringing young players through.
No.
And this is the issue I have with going to Spurs. There's a lot of decent young players there. Well, and is he going to flood it with overpaid 30-somethings who are absolutely rubbish on their arse legs?
This Tottenham team is better than the Man United team he took to second.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
He's not got a Paul Pogba in that dressing room who's going to ruin everything.
There are no big personalities in the Spurs dressing room.
Well, there are big personalities, but in different ways. Harry Kane's a big personality. I think what he might do is make Harry Kane his club captain. Hugo Lloris might go at the end of the season.
Yeah, I think he might try to get rid of Merlin.
Yeah,
he won't be playing again. I don't think. I'll be shocked if I saw Lloris in a Spurs shirt again. I think he'll keep Gazaniga.
Massive opportunity for someone like Eric Dyer to rediscover his form.
Oh, there are loads of players in your squad who haven't done anything. And Eric Dyer is one of those.
Yeah.
God, that spider's massive. Yeah, there are a few others as well. Like people like Ericsson Vertonghen might actually go, do you know what? He's top quality.
Yeah,
we're going to give it a go now. Well, if they do, they should get slated. By the way,
I look at the contrast in the managers. Pochettino for me is the best player developer in the world.
Yeah.
Tactically, he makes mistakes. Tactically, he's not there.
You've got the best tactical manager in the
and now
we've
got the best.
Yeah.
Now we developed those players to a level.
Yeah.
Now we've got the tactical manager to come in and make it work. You look at what Pochettino's done with Dele, what he's done with Harry Kane, what he's done with even Danny Rose, Christian Eriksen, all these players. He's done wonders with them. Now we've got a man who's not going to be the one who'll throw Llorente on and then keep the ball on the ground. He'll throw Llorente on. He would have thrown Llorente on and popped up in the air to him, like we should have done in the Champions League final. This is now we've got the manager who really can progress Spurs over that final hurdle.
You've got that manager now where your away form for the last 9 months has been absolutely horrendous, who will go away from home, get you organised and probably nick a goal on the break and you'll take it. And if you do that, you're going to be very, very dangerous.
And I also look at Mourinho's sides and I look at it and I think not every side that he's taken hasn't played good football. I remember that Chelsea team that he won the Premier League with the first time round.
Absolutely fantastic.
Joe Cole was wonderful. He could do what he wanted, but they were organised. They kept everyone out. Makelele, they're good back four. And then when they went forward and they had some fun.
Oh, against the top six, they at least got a draw away from home every game. Without fail, you don't lose. You get a point and you take it and go back home and win the home game.
So Tottenham won't play terrible football. We won't play any worse football than we've been playing this season.
It might be a little bit more defensive, but there's a reason for it.
We've not been attacking. We've not been creating any chances anyway.
No, but you're just going to be more organised, and there's no issue with that.
Let's go to the game this weekend then. I'm expecting a Tottenham win. I know it's only been 48 hours, but I think there'll be a bounce. West Ham are in a bad patch themselves. Their form is dreadful. Their home form has always been a bit up and down. I'm looking at a 2-1 Spurs win.
I'm going 1-0 home win.
Yeah.
I think Mourinho will go, but it's early days.
Yeah.
It's early days. I reckon West Ham might turn up. They need to. They don't turn up for ages.
They always turn up against Spurs as well.
And he's under massive pressure, Pochettino. Not Pochettino,
Pellegrini. Pochettino's gone, mate.
Yeah. Well, he could be a West Ham.
He could be. Arsenal-Southampton, the first kick-off is a big game. There's another manager under pressure, Unai Emery, because he's been shocking recently.
God, it would have been great if he left as well this week.
I thought that...
Out of the two...
I thought Arsenal would get rid of
Emery before
Poch went. But I'm glad that Tottenham aren't going to become this Poch is unsackable Arsene Wenger situation at
Arsenal. No, Emery is not unsackable. He will go eventually because we're playing really poor football.
You need a big performance from your big players. You need Aubameyang to show why he's the club captain. You need to be interesting to see. I don't think Granit Xhaka will come back into the squad, but it's not unfathomable. He's been away with Switzerland playing football. Southampton aren't very good. I'm tipping them to go down this season.
Basically, it's the two worst teams in terms of form at the moment, playing against each other. So it's going to be
Tottenham are worse than Arsenal.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting one to see if Arsenal went 1-0 down. Christ, the crowd is going to go absolutely mental. So I'm hoping for a comfortable home win. I've got a feeling it's going to be squeaky bum. We might nick it 1-0. But we got to win.
Is that your prediction? 1-0?
Yeah, 1-0. We've got to win.
I was going to predict the same. I'm going to go 2-0.
It's going to be tight.
2-0 home win. Southampton aren't very good.
No.
It would be another week's respite.
It would be great if we went and won 4-5-0 just to go, right,
I don't think it will happen.
No, nor do I. But we'll see.
Bournemouth Wolves. This is an interesting game. Both teams are very good. I think Wolves are probably slightly better than Bournemouth now. Bournemouth Disappointing me a little bit this season.
Wolves are miles better than Bournemouth. Yeah.
Bournemouth are disappointing me a little bit this season. Now, when you look into context, they've got like a 12,000 seater stadium.
Yeah.
It's incredible that they're even in the Premier League. Eddie Howe's done such a good job. However, I look at the side they've got and I just go, you know what? You're a better team than you're probably playing at the moment.
They're just very inconsistent.
Yeah.
And they'll play great for a couple of games and get absolutely smashed for 5. And you go, well,
mid-table
they're
form.
going to be fine. Eddie Howe is one of those who will start to get mentioned soon. Their jobs are coming up.
Yeah.
And I hope he takes one, to be fair, because I think he's gone as far as he can with Bournemouth.
Yeah.
He's another one
yeah.
who you just go, right, time to shine now.
I'd worry for Bournemouth if he went, because it's his club, it's his infrastructure. He played for them, he knows
If he
it.
went towards back end of the season summer, they might be in trouble this time next year.
Yeah.
Big time. But yeah, I think it's going to be... I think it's going to be an away win. I quite like the look of Wolves at the moment. Traore's been absolutely sensational.
Traore, is he back? He pulled out the Spain squad with injury. I don't know if he's available. I'm hoping he is, because I'm really enjoying watching him. He's just finally adding that little bit of composure to his physical attributes.
Yeah.
And it's working. Wolves
are a very good side. Give it a go. Yeah, they've done really well to be where they are in the league, and they can give the Europa League a right good go this year because they're going to be fine. Yeah. So give it a go.
What's your score?
2-0 to Wolves.
I'm going to go 3-1 Wolves.
Sorry, Eddie.
Wolves are just a side who've got they concede. They are conceding.
We've got no Europa League game this week, so
they've had the benefit of that. Brighton Leicester. I can only see this going one way, and that's to
for
Leicester.
me. This is the most odds-on and obvious result of the week.
Yeah,
I think Leicester can absolutely smash them.
Brighton have been playing well. Brighton have been surprising me this year. I thought they were going to go down. Now they look like they might stay up. Leicester, however, are playing the best football in the league, and Liverpool fans can say they're top of the tree. Doesn't matter in terms of watching them. Leicester play the most attractive football in the Premier League right now.
Big statement.
No, they do. They're playing the best. Like Man City's form's been stuttering. Yeah. Liverpool have been squeaking wins and not been playing that well.
I agree. They just keep winning. They keep grinding it out.
Leicester look great.
I agree. Mostly free-flowing side. I completely agree.
Yeah.
Free-flowing? I don't know what that is. But,
yeah,
I agree. And it's going to be comfortable. And I hope they really give it a go, Leicester. If they can just keep a nice little run going, keep close to Liverpool, you never know.
I think it's going to be comfortable. Leicester are going to score 4-0.
3-1.
Okay. Crystal Palace, Liverpool. This is a bogey game for Liverpool.
Yes, it is. Brendan Rodgers knows this massively, doesn't he?
Selhurst Park. It's a hard place to go. The atmosphere at Selhurst Park always looks incredible. It's one of the away grounds I want to go to. Team is rubbish. I hate watching them, and I wish they weren't doing as well as they were.
Barely scored any goals at home.
Yeah.
Zaha's been terrible all season.
Yeah, Zaha's overrated. Roy Hodgson's underrated. That's Crystal Palace for me.
Yeah, don't defend well. They all have a blinder.
I can't stand them. I just don't like watching them. When they're on the telly, I just go, oh, no, I don't want to watch that one.
I'd rather watch paint dry.
Well, have you ever done it?
Well, I do when Palace are
on. But like we said, Liverpool will win this because they'll do what they've done all season. I don't know if they'll play fantastic football, but they will sneak it because they're managing
it's
to
the first
grind
game
out wins.
After the international break, isn't it? It takes a while to get going, but they'll win 2-0.
1-0.
What they have to do.
1-0. It'll be a squeaky goal, but
to be fair, they got fortunate against Villa in the last away game. Yeah. You don't know what they are gonna win. This is why they're gonna win. They are gonna come under pressure at some point this season. They will lose a game.
Yeah, they will.
It wouldn't be surprising if it is this game.
No. But you can say about any game in the Premier League now. Nothing really surprises me too much. I mean, Leicester beating Southampton 9-0 was a surprise. If someone winning that was
great to watch.
But most teams can beat most teams.
But Palace scored 9 goals this year.
Benteke hasn't scored 9 goals in the last 4 years. So I'm going to go 1-0. You're saying a 2-0 away win.
2-0 away win.
Everton Norwich. Everton sort of feel like they maybe have turned a slight corner. Yeah. They've not turned the corner. They've hit the start of the bend.
If he lost this game, they are going over the cliff. I think if they lost to Norwich at home, Norwich
are terrible.
If they lost this game, you suddenly go, ooh, okay. And their fixtures coming up, Everton, are absolutely horrific as well. So they've got to win.
They will win.
They're far enough away from relegation zone. They're going to be fine at the moment. But with their run over Christmas, get to January, you might be 2 or 3 points above the relegation zone.
I just can't see Everton being in a relegation fight all year. They'll pull the trigger on Marco Silva before that.
Eddie Howe
and go and get someone in.
Yeah.
Eddie Howe is a perfect fit.
Yeah.
That's the type of job that he needs to be looking for. There are other managers out there who would do a very good job there as well.
David Moyes going back there, do quite a good job.
David Moyes would be great to take charge for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
He'd be that type of appointment.
Yeah.
And he'd be fine.
Yeah.
One person that I wouldn't want to be giving the job to if I was an Everton fan is Phil Neville, because I don't think he's very good. He's taking the women's team backwards.
He is, and yeah, he's just rubbish, isn't he?
Yeah, he's just not great. Back to the game anyway. Everton-Norwich, 2-0. Norwich are terrible.
There's going to be a game where they're going to do something, and I wouldn't be surprised if they win this game.
You're saying this every time.
No, but there is. They've been so bad. They're going to have a game.
Since City.
I also feel they've been a little bit unlucky in some games. They haven't been that bad. They just kind of don't get the rub of the green. They've still got players injured. I assume a couple have come back over the kind of international period. And Everton, the fans aren't behind Silva. I think they'd rather get him out. And if they go 1-0 down, I think they're going to lose 2-1.
Really?
I reckon Pukki scored in the week, scored a couple of goals.
Finland go into their first major tournament for a long time.
And yeah, I reckon they might do something.
Yeah.
They might finally turn up again.
I'll give you that. Cool. You're saying 2-1 away win.
Second favourite team.
I'm going 2-0 Everton home win. Watford Burnley.
Oh, what a game.
Yeah, just an odd game. Watford still haven't really properly turned the corner. They got the win.
No.
However, Burnley have been a bit bad. They've been up and down.
They won the last game, didn't they?
They won the last game.
Yeah.
Who did they beat? They won 3-0 against West Ham, wasn't it?
Yeah, battered West Ham, and that's more of the old Burnley you'd expect.
Got battered by Chelsea before that.
Yeah, they had a bit of a crappy run before that. Yeah, it's a really bad game, isn't it? It's going to be last match of the day.
Yeah. You say that, it'll be 9-0.
I always get it wrong. Yeah, I'd love to see Watford win. I assume Troy Deeney's quite close now, surely.
He's been back in training for a few weeks. No, he's been on the bench. He's been on the bench.
Well,
He'll be back.
Start.
He should start,
score.
especially against Burnley. You need to be able to mix it against Burnley.
Yeah.
Delafeu off him, giving you a bit, terrorise Bentley.
Yeah. I'd like to see a home win.
I'd like to, of course I want to see a home win. What do you actually think is going to happen?
I think Burnley are going to win.
Do you? What do you think it's going to be?
2-1.
I think it's going to be 1-1.
Burnley always do it. It's just they're such a rubbish team. It's
I'm going my first draw of the weekend. 1-1. Not for Burnley.
2-1 Burnley.
Chris Wood will score.
Actually, Barnes will score probably.
Yeah. 5:30, biggest game of the weekend. Manchester City, Chelsea. This is 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, this is a big game for Man City. I think they're going to lose this game as well.
At home. At
I do. I really like the look of Chelsea.
Guardiola's gone off the boil a bit.
Yes, yeah.
He really has. He managed Lampard as well, so Lampard's seen his work.
Yeah.
It's going to be a bit of fun.
Yeah, I think Chelsea will just give it a go, and if they do that, I think they might slightly surprise Man City. And I like the fact they've got the young players are in form as well. Mm-hmm. Abraham's done very well.
Reece James looks like he's starting.
Good. Jorginho's absolutely dominating out midfield. And I'm going to say right now, Italy are going to win the Euros next summer. 100%.
Are they?
Yeah, 100%.
They
I'll
look
watch
very
them in the week. They're absolutely wonderful to watch. And Mancini's a very good manager.
He is a very good manager. City fans will like that
one. But yeah, I really like looking at Chelsea, and I agree with Man City. I don't know what to make of Man City at the moment.
Raheem Sterling's playing fantastically.
Yeah.
The Aguero's lost a step.
Yeah, he has, and I think they all have slightly. And I kind of remember last year or the year before, De Bruyne would take the game by the scruff of the neck. He doesn't really do that anymore.
It's almost that they haven't had that signing this summer. So they brought in Rodri, in an area they needed. But in terms of those attacking
you
positions,
need to freshen it up, don't you?
Like even just Mahrez coming in the year before made Bernardo Silva put the pressure and play well. That's what's happened at Tottenham. If you just need one attacking player to come in and to make the competition even worse. I think maybe even Sane getting injured.
Maybe it's just a Guardiola thing. I think he can only take a team as far as he can 2-3 seasons before kind of the level of intensity just goes, you know what, we can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
And I get that. I feel like that's coming, and I would not be surprised if I lost this game of the week.
He's been a bit whingy, isn't he, Guardiola, recently?
Yeah, he seems to think everything goes against him. And to be fair, he's been quite right this season. There's been a few decisions, the one against Burnley where I think someone should have had a penalty.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like they're just at the end of a cycle, and I think they need to properly think about, obviously, replacing David Silva. You've got Foden there in the wings. Hopefully he'll come through.
I want to see Foden start a big game like this.
You need a proper centre-half coming in there. They need a proper
an ugly centre-half.
Yeah.
Company is not an ugly man, but you know what I mean. A John Terry.
A proper defender. Yeah.
Someone who's not, playing the ball around's great, but someone who doesn't care. Someone who just wants to defend.
That's what you want. You want someone who loves defending.
It's Company. They need the replacement for Vincent Company. They need to go out and get.
Yeah.
Would be great as a very very as a solution just for the short term would be Toby Alderweireld. Yeah, he's good on the ball, but he's a defender.
You can go even more shot. Go get Johnny Evans for 6 months. He'd do great there.
Yeah.
He's a leader. He knows how to defend properly. It'd be great. And Soyuncu, whatever his name is, would be great as well.
Well, and Soyuncu's the fancy long-haired centre back.
But yeah, there's just something about Man City I don't like this season. They're not that enjoyable to watch anymore.
Yeah.
And I think they might drop a couple of points this week.
Really? Okay. What do you think the score's going to be?
I actually think Chelsea are going to nick it. I think they're going to win 2-1.
I still think City will do it. I think it's going to be 2-1 the other way. I look at Chelsea, and we keep saying that the bubble's going to burst at some point. It's not been bursting.
No.
Over Christmas, it's going to be interesting to see how the young players keep up. However, I look at this game, and even as a Chelsea fan, I don't think if they lose 2-1 to City away,
it's not the end of the world.
They'll be like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like they're still doing a lot better than they thought they would this season. Top four's got to be the goal.
I just get the feeling they're just going from strength to strength.
They're still very good.
Kante's not even playing.
No,
they're still very good.
That's almost an issue though, because when Kante comes back,
and
Kovacic has been fantastic, and Mason Mount's playing well.
Yeah.
So the issue is when Kante comes back, someone's got to get dropped, and is he going to?
Kovacic?
No, but Kovacic has been fantastic, and he takes the ball forward, and he's got a little bit more of an attacking instinct. Not this season, he's not. Last season, he was. Both Jorginho and Kovacic were.
I think he's rubbish.
Yeah, okay.
You know who? Okay. We both know who we picked.
Oh, Kante.
Yeah,
I picked Kante over every other midfielder in the world.
Yeah, exactly.
Just put him in.
We've got Xhaka and you've got Dyer, so what a winner. But yeah, no, I think they might
Harry
nick
Winks was man of the match.
And I really like Chelsea. If they're going to finish top four, they're miles better than most of the other teams.
Sunday's game, Sheffield United, Man United at Bramall Lane.
Oh, what a game!
4:30 kickoff.
Oh,
I actually look at it.
Lights.
Man United are looking quite good. Martial coming back's been a huge impact.
Rashford's playing really well at the moment.
Rashford because he's playing off the left. Well, he had a striker on, an old England winger on Love Sport last week.
There's your plug.
Dennis Chewett, and he said that he thinks that Rashford's a centre forward. He said he doesn't like him playing off the side. And I just thought. No,
he's not centre forward. He can't hold the ball up. He can't do any of that.
He's so much better playing off the inside left. Because the wingers aren't like wingers used to be. They're not hug the touchline players.
No.
When he played for England, he looked dangerous. He looked exciting because he gets the ball on the left. He's got a little bit of space between that centre back and the centre forward. He's not playing with his back to goal. He can actually get the ball and run at players. That's when he's at his best. He is an inverted left winger, and he's a left forward. That's how I
he is,
He's a left forward. He'd be great in a 2. He's perfect on the left-hand side of a 3. That's where he should be playing. That's where he's most dangerous.
Thomas United don't have a proper number 9.
Well, Martial can be one. He was meant to be one. And then he got shifted out to the left.
He's another one who I think is better off the side.
But he's better as a number 9 than Rashford is. But that's what they do need to sign. There's been murmurings of Ibrahimovic coming back for 6 months.
That'd be great.
You've got Mandzukic. Mandzukic is very linked. Having him there with Martial off the right and Rashford off the left would be. That's a very exciting attacking front 3. Daniel James off the bench.
The midfield 3 is a bit of an issue. But...
Fantastic. The midfield 3 is still an issue. Pogba will be coming back at some point, but I actually, their upturn in form has been since his injury, and it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I think me and you both drive him to Heathrow Airport and get rid of him.
He's a passenger. Yeah, he is. He's seemingly undroppable, yet he doesn't do anything in games. He doesn't run back, he doesn't sprint, he just
score goals,
jogs around. He doesn't do a lot. He gives the ball away a lot. He's too slow on the ball. And since he's been injured, and they've had Scott McTominay and Pereira in there, and Fred. Fred's not a great player. Don't get me wrong, but he
complements the other two though, and that's a good thing.
He gives it a go, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He gives it a go. I would all day long keep the midfield the same.
I'm bored of watching Pogba lose and prance around going, "Oh, it's someone else's fault. I turned in something." No, it's your fault. You absolute.
But what's going to happen is Pogba's going to get fit. Pogba's going to go back in starting lineup, and Man United's form's going to go down again. I think People are saying it's Martial coming back is the big difference, and it is a big difference. But Pogba getting injured has been when their midfielders looked better.
Yeah, I think they're going to lose a game. But
so do I.
Yeah.
I think Sheffield United will win 1-0. Sheffield United looked very, very good. They were absolutely battered Spurs in the last game, and were so unlucky not to win. A bad VAR call was the only thing stopping them.
Well organised, looked great going forward. The midfield runners of Lundstram is just great.
Lundstram's a revelation.
Yeah, and I think they're going to have too much for Man United. And Man United away from home recently have been absolutely rubbish as well. So can't break down teams. Cannot do it. And yes, is Sheffield United going to sit in and they're going to probably go on the counter and score a goal?
Yep. Absolutely.
And I hope they do.
I think they're not.
And Chris Wilder is having an absolute blinder of a season. And fair play to him.
Yeah, Wilderino, I heard him mentioned as. If his name was Wilderino, he'd be getting the.
He would.
The City job.
Would have been linked with probably Spurs as well.
Yeah. He'd be great. He's very much ready for a bigger job. However, why would he leave Sheffield United right now?
And a bigger job in his eyes is not a big job, is it? That's the problem, and it's a shame.
Just an Everton.
Yeah. Everton is probably the highest he will go, or maybe even a less than the top end of it.
For now. But then if he does really well there,
he'll be the next England manager.
Real Madrid will come knocking. Oh, England would be a great shot actually in a few years' time. On to the last game. What did you say the score was going to be? I've gone 1-0. You said.
I'll go 1-0 as well. I think it's been tight and boring.
Monday night football. Something for Jamie Carragher and Gary Neville to really get their teeth into is the game of the weekend. Aston Villa Newcastle Villa Park.
Monday night games are always terrible. I
swear.
They
are. They're rubbish.
No offence to either of these sides, but they
don't put the big names on a Monday night because it's not the TV time.
No. But I think Villa. Who's playing? Villa and Newcastle. Oh, what a game!
It's awful, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, they're both teams who have slightly had an upturn in form. I think Villa are the better side, and I think Villa are going to win.
We'll be doing this before that game probably. So
God, I can't wait to rush to the pub and watch it.
Newcastle have surprised me every week. They're playing better. Steve Bruce has done a great job. However, this is the type of game I think they'll lose, and I think they'll lose.
I don't know. They've been very good away from home.
They've been very good. Organised. They have, but I just look at the Villa side, and I just think John McGinn running around and kissing people.
He scored for Scotland again this week.
He's scoring loads of goals. He's definitely bang up for it this season.
Grealish fit now, surely.
Grealish should be back, and he didn't have international football to worry about, so he'll be fresh. Wesley's not doing anything, but the rest of them are playing quite well.
Yeah, Galaty's done all right.
Yeah.
Is it Trezeguet? He's terrible, but
Mings was awful for England. However, he's been playing quite well for Aston Villa.
Has he?
He's playing, yeah. Well, I don't think he'll be in the England squad by the end of the season.
Yeah.
But
they're getting better by the week.
They are getting better by the week. Newcastle, if they won, it wouldn't surprise me. Because they are picking up way more points than we thought they would. Yeah. They're playing all right. They're doing well. Steve Bruce done a great job. The fans need to get off his back and start to enjoy it.
100%.
They've got a local lad there doing the work. However, 2-1 Aston Villa.
I'll go 0-0. It's going to be a horrific game of football.
Really?
Yeah, it's going to be awful.
McGinn will score.
Yeah, Newcastle fans need to just leave Bruce alone. If his name was Rafa Benitez right now, he'd be God.
Yeah, for what the work he's done this season.
Of course he has. They've been great so far, and they got way too many points than they probably should have.
Mike Ashley, you don't like him, fair play, but Steve Bruce is one of you. Yeah, he managed Sunderland, but a job's a job.
He knows the area, knows the club, loves it. A few more players in January, they'll be fine.
Absolutely fine.
And he deserves a massive pat on the back for that.
He does. He's done very
well. And a pint,
and a very good pint.
Yeah.
And someone to tell him, you know what, mate, I'll pay for you to get your nose fixed. Worst nose in football. That's pub football. We're looking forward to this weekend's Premier League game. Mourinho Watch is going to be there. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens. We'll be back on Monday to review the games. Hopefully a Tottenham win. Don't know if that's actually going to happen, but I'm predicting it. One thing left to say. Cheers.
Cool. Cheers.